Hey there, Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 10th. Ooh, nice start. October 10th through the 16th, we are going to take a look at the overall energy using the 9-card spread. We'll pull cards for the moon as it moves through. And, ooh, this card kept showing itself up in the pre-shuffle. And so did this one. Okay, so we're going to do that. I want to kind of look at also that 10-10 gateway as we start the week. If you would like extra cards on that, I did wow, your cards are taking a while here. I did a collective reading video, and it'll be out 7:30 p.m. It's a premiere, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time zone here in the U.S., and there's a live chat that comes with that. And so if you'd like to join for that, that'd be great. But I pulled cards just for that 10-10 gateway. And as if you're watching this on Sunday, today's the full moon in Libra, and I pulled special cards for that last week. And so I'll link that video here in case you haven't a chance to see it, so you can go in and just check out the cards for your sign if you want. So you have Major Arcana in some very interesting places here. So your overall energy is Major Arcana. And you have Major Arcana in the key to the situation. So lots going on here. So here we have the Emperor with the Temperance card. Super interesting about this is in the back you can see the fire and the water. It's kind of got that alchemy in the back. And he's also, it's the angel is helping you to alchemize the situation. And with this sun back here, we get the sun and the moon. It feels like having patience for the process. Having patience for the process as things are, I think, are really going to start falling into place here. I don't think you believe that. I really want to encourage you to believe that. Because what you focus your energy on, what you focus your thoughts on, what you really think about is what you're going to manifest and create. And so keeping your mind on what it is you want to create as opposed to what you're afraid of or the negative energy here is going to be very beneficial. The key to the situation is you have the key, and it's all in your heart space. You have everything you need to be victorious in whatever the situation is, to gain what you want. But there's such a sense of apathy going on here. So let's talk about this gateway for a second. You have Spirit of Place and the Wizard of Awareness. The Wizard of Awareness is knowing that what you think about is what you manifest. Bringing your awareness to the now, not the past where the negative things happen, and not to the fears of the future. And Spirit, this really looks like the angel here that's trying to help you. And what you're focusing on here, this Wizard of Awareness, is very much the energy here of that Emperor. And so what you focus your energy on at this time of the gateway is the direction you're going to move in. And so what would you like? What would you really like to focus on to manifest? Because here, this week, you've got the Magician who's got everything he needs to gain victory. He's got everything he needs sitting right there in front of him. It's just a matter of deciding what tools to use in which way, and I feel like it's multiple things. There's going to be a couple of things you're going to put together, but you have to overcome your sense of feeling all on your own. Because even if you go, well, yeah, but I'm alone. Like, I don't have any friends or family, or I don't have a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, whatever it is that you're looking for. If you are focusing on what you don't have, if you're focusing on the lack, if you think that, well, I don't have a job, so how am I supposed to man? Whatever you're lacking, right? If you're focused on the lack, then you're going to have more of that, because what you think about is what you're going to manifest. In the area of the obstacle, we have the Four of Pentacles. This is that hoarding of resources out of fear, and his feet are on fire. It's like you should be doing something. You can't just sit there, and yet there you are sitting there trying to protect yourself, and you need to take action. You need to seek the assistance that you need in order to get to where you want to go, because you have the Five of Pentacles here in the how do you transform the situation. He's sitting in the cold outside of the place of assistance. Spirit just said, get up off your ass. I don't know what that means, but okay. So for some of you, this is picking up the phone and calling a friend because you're lonely. Hey, let's go do something. For some of you, this is calling the creditors and saying, hey, look, money is tight right now. Here's why. How can we work together? For some of you, it is dusting off your resume and repurposing it. So maybe you have skills and stuff. Maybe you need to repackage the way you present yourself out there. If you have an idea, what are you going for? It feels like you need a clarity of thought. And I can tell you've been trying to seek the clarity of thought. Here we've got the Page of Swords in where you've been trying to get information and guidance. You're definitely trying to do that. But when I see the alchemy here, I feel like it is about taking something and doing it differently, seeing it from a different vantage point. Maybe you've always been a bookkeeper, okay, and that's your skill. But over here, they're looking for somebody to manage the sales office of something like a comptroller, maybe at like a restaurant. And so it's not exactly what you've done, but you've worked in a restaurant before. You do understand bookkeeping. Why can't you write your resume in a way where you incorporate both of those? And in the part where, you started off with, I am seeking something that is allowing me to further develop on my interest in these areas with my skills that I have. And, I'm a quick study, or, you're going to have to repackage yourself in some way. You're going to have to pull together things from different arenas to put it together in a way that you can present it in order to get the victory that you want. You have everything you need. You have everything you need. You have to understand, here in the arena of the action to take, we have the Nine of Cups. Your desires, but also remember to ask Spirit to guide you, to look for the inspiration, the spirit of place, the inspiration, seeking the divine inspiration, which I think you've been feeling like, oh my gosh, this is not coming. I'm not understanding. I'm not feeling, there's a real lack of motivation here, because in the area of where you're being depleted, we have the Ace of Cups. And in your heart space moving forward, we have the Four of Cups. And there's this feeling of, gosh, I just want to say, I don't know. I don't feel it. I feel really, you have to overcome this feeling of not being enough or not having enough. This is a tough week for you. It's very tough. But here in the area of resources, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Fate is trying to spin the wheel in your favor. Guidance is coming in through inspiration. Are you listening? Are you looking for it? What I like is the outgoing card is the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands almost suggests as though you have chosen a direction. You have chosen a direction, I think, by the end of the week. You know, he's just picked up the one wand. The other one, he's holding the potential in his hand, right? The spirit, it's not actually being held there. It's like spirit's putting this potential in your hand. You have this wand. I feel like, though, it needs to be lit. Like, you're going to have to light that fire up here. So, Mercury moves into Libra, which is going to be helpful. There's some air trines that come through, and so there's a lot of clarity coming through, and that is energy of choice and decision making, though, for your sign. And so with this strategizing and sorting things out kind of energy that's coming in through the air this week, and the starting to figure things out, and the crystal clear thinking, that's all very beneficial. But we have this grounded energy of Taurus starting the week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and it is about pushing through. Taurus gets fixated on an idea and moves toward it with determination, and I feel like determination needs to come up here. You have awakened your magic. Awaken your magic. You have everything you need, except apparently motivation. So, how do you get inspired? What does that take for you? Moving the energy. Okay. So they're showing me several things. One is actually cleaning your room because it clears the energy you're sleeping in. Also, they showed me somebody going for a run. So actually physically shifting the energy that you're sitting in, that you're working in. If your desk is facing in one direction, can you reorder it and move it to another way so you have a different view, or change the pictures on the wall that you look at? There's something about shifting your energy, actually doing something to change the energy around you in order to figure out what the next steps are here. And also looking at what you have available to you and how can you do it differently. There's a need to shift it, change it, do it differently kind of energy. And I do think that if you're open to that idea, they come through this week. You have a lot. Okay. So these kind of wanted to peek out. Let's just see what we have. Oh, this is like a separate thing. You have, this is this. This is this energy of asking spirit for what you want, because you have the dandelions willing to release in a great big love. And so this is for some of you, it might be letting go of the dream that happened before, but it's about wishing and hoping for the future. Oh my gosh, and speaking of wishing and hoping for the future, you have wish upon a star. So when that moon is in Gemini, it's opposing your sun. You got Mars there that's trying to try out different things and trying to figure out what works. And so it's about trying new things and shifting your way of thinking. Oh, you have wish upon a star shining through and a merry motive. Look, it's in the heart. The biggest obstacle that you have going on right now is lack of motivation. So what do you need to do to get inspired? Is it painting? Is it reading something? Is it going to the movies? Is it calling up a friend? Is it doing something? I want to say it to be inspired, you have to get, maybe go for a walk in nature on a regular basis. When you were I get seasonal depression, and so in the winter when it starts to really creep in on me, I bundle up. I go outside. I love it when we get a good snowfall. I live in an apartment complex, and I bundle up and I go outside and I drag the shovel out of my car and I go around and I shovel off the sidewalks or behind my car and around my car and then around some of my neighbor's car, because that physical energy helps me, but also doing something for somebody else also helps lift my spirits. So maybe you need to go volunteer somewhere. You need to go do something that get you in a different environment where you're giving of yourself and you're moving, actually physically moving, in order to heal what's going on in your heart space. You have everything you need. Also, when you do that, you meet new people, which opens up new opportunities for friendships and for networking. Networking is always a great way to get through things. There's some really great creative energy that's coming in this week. Really tap into it. Whatever you like to do that's creative, building something, painting something, do something. I just keep saying move your ass. I do not know what that means. Hopefully that means something to you. So on Saturday and Sunday, the moon is in Cancer, which wants you to take care of yourself, replenish yourself, and energize yourself. It is squaring Jupiter, which rules your sign in Aries. That's trining your energy, and you may be like, okay, you said to go do something. I'm going to go do this, and maybe you go for a nice long run, and you haven't run in a while. Be careful about overdoing, okay? Don't overextend. There is an energy around that where you could actually sustain physical injury from overdoing, straining too much. So make sure that if you haven't been for a run in a while, you either do a gentle run, a short run, or maybe just a nice long walk and hike, just to kind of get back into it. You have the Star card. You have the Star card. It says replacing what was lost. The Star can regenerate a lake. It doesn't look the same, but it does what it needs to do to help the starfish to survive. And so I feel like something was lost. Something you're worried about loss, you've suffered a loss, and there's a lot of ways we could have suffered losses right now, right? There's so much going on. But you have the opportunity here to replace it by regenerating and repackaging. So you now have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew, create with a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate abundance is on the horizon. The Wheel of Fortune is in the area of resources on the horizon. But you're going to have to do something to move the energy. You have to make a shift. You're going to have to physically shift something. The way you think about it, the way you're looking at it, or actually just going and doing something in order to change the energy that you are existing in, your little bubble of energy, actually doing something. So I hope that was helpful. It seems like that felt like tough love coming from Spirit, I gotta be honest. So, all right, guys, if you check out on Facebook this week, I do the daily readings, and they're a little lighthearted, and we really kind of get into the astrology there. And of course, I would love to have you come and join me for the premiere video where we do a live chat every Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Time Zone here in the U.S. Love to have you come along. You guys take really good care. I think you need to kick yourself in your own butt. Go do something, whatever that is. All right, you guys take good care, and I'll talk to you soon.